What's up YouTube, Webbers5 here coming at you today, finally, with doing a full Gallantmon profile with the stuff. Now that I've got the upgraded stuff from the new EX8 set, I don't remember what the actual name is. Isn't it like Chain of Liberation or something? You can tell I've kind of been out of the loop for a bit, but so guys, I just decided to do this now. Yes, I understand there is like, I think it's this like the special edition slash BT 20, I think it's up to now, or is it 19? I know that stuff's coming out soon, and that's got a few bits that I'm going to need as well. Yes, I know that's coming out soon, but I figured I haven't done a profile yet. I feel I might as well get one done now. So, just quickly get one sorted now. And for those who saw the short I posted yesterday, if you read it, yes, I don't have 3 EX8 Gallantmon yet. However, I've talked with my group chat. Someone is planning to sort me out. He's currently just away on holiday, so hopefully by the next time I do the update with the stuff from, again, I've lost track again. I think it's BT 19 or 20, whichever one's coming out like later this month. It's not that one. You guys know. Those who follow the Digimon more consistently will probably know which set I'm talking about. But still, I shall have the upgraded one. I shall probably have the third EX8 Gallantmon X by the time I do a next upload. But anyway, let's just get into the profile right now. Okay guys, so starting the profile up very quickly. Eggs. So playing 4 Digimon from EX2. This is the one of where you attack. When you attack, you get to draw a card. A lot of the guys who play Gallantmon at my locals still think this is probably the best one. Well, not necessarily the best one, it's just the one they prefer. I kind of in agreement. I kind of like just being able to draw cards to try and hit those pieces that I want to try and close the game out. I did check out a lot of few other profiles while I was trying to figure out the build I wanted to. I've seen a couple playing like Digimon that up your deletion range. I don't hate that. I just kind of am more in preference of drawing cards than upping the deletion range. But I suppose it's one of those, each person is their own preference. So next, rookies. So playing 4 EX2 Gallantmon. So naturally this is the one that gets you a Growlmon, Gallantmon, and Gallantmon and Takato. So great way to start. So easy searching. I'm playing two copies of the BT17. I primarily like this one for the inheritable. For when you're at 0 or less memory, add 2k deletion. Add 2k deletion to your effects, which is pretty good when you want to, which is naturally very useful with the Takato that allows you to blitz, so it works well with that. And that's, which is kind of what Gallantmon wants to do most of the time. To be fair, it's not the best. To be fair, this one's probably going to get replaced out with the new one that we're guessing in BT19. So this is just the one I've gone for the moment. Then 4 of the EX8 X Antibody. So naturally, this is one of the reasons that the decks become excessively better. The new X Antibody range. This particular Gallantmon I really like. So this one's on playing when Digivolving. Reveal your top 3. Add a Growl or Gallantmon, and an X Antibody, which is pretty nice. And the last Gallantmon I'm playing, probably my favorite Gallantmon, simply because it's the one I like screwing people with at the end of the game. The one EX4, which naturally gains Rush if there's 20 or more cards in trash. The number of times one of us just goes, cool, doing these massive swings, counting the trash, cool. A Rush Gallantmon for game. Yeah, it's just kind of great like that. So that's it for the rookies. Going into the champions or level 4s, depending how you think of it. I'm used to the anime, so I know them as like rookies, champions, ultimate, etc. So, Growlmon. So, 3 Growlmon from BT12. So naturally, this is the one that lets you play a Takato out if you don't have. When you Digivolve it, you can play out a Takato if you don't have one. So that's really useful in the early game to just set up a Takato. Naturally, Naturally, we're getting the new one in the upcoming set, which lets you play out a Takato as well. But that's if you've got one or fewer tamers, so you could do this one first, and then after that you go into that one. So it's going to be great. That's going to be fun. Then 3 from BT17, 3 BT17. So again, this one's similar to the BT17 Gallantmon I'm playing. I just like it for the inheritable that's upping your deletion range. And sometimes the when Digivolving deletion does come in handy. Not always. But I primarily just chose this one again for the inheritable. But as I said, this one's probably just going to get shifted out for the new one that we're getting in BT19. And my last level 4, 3 Gallantmon X. 3 Gallantmon X. So yeah. So naturally the X antibody line is again the main reason that the decks become good now. One of the things I like with the Digimon, and the thing I like of this one is naturally trash one, draw one, and also trash one, draw one, and also getting the undulation effect of playing out a Gallantmon just in case. It's just a nice contingency plan if you're, say, trying to build up, go for high damage, and then you just get deleted. So pretty nice like that. That's it. That's it for my level 4s. If anyone's wondering why I'm not playing the black, like the black Gallantmon, which like trashes stuff and lets you get stuff back, it's primarily because it's called black Gallantmon. So naturally, I can't do the X antibody on top of it, which makes it kind of annoying. And frankly, with the inheritable that Gallantmon X has, of when something's deleted, gain a memory, I kind of want to be able to try and do this as much as I can. So if I've got black Gallantmon, that kind of just turns it off. Level 5 ultimates. Playing the four of the BT12, which naturally is probably my favorite War Gallantmon of all the War Gallantmon that there is, simply for the reason of just attempt to delete. It's just a doubly functioning good card. It's like when Digivolving, I can either just delete something, clear my opponent's board, or if they've got nothing to delete, it's just a way to decrease the Digivolution cost of going into warping into a Gallantmon. And naturally, its inheritable is just amazing. Like, if your opponent's got no Digimon at the end of your attack, get back 2 memory. It's just great. And then 3 copies of the new EX8 Wargrowl X. So this one I really like for the pretty decent deletion on when Digivolving, but that's naturally only if it's got War Gallantmon or X antibody in sources. Typically I've found with the BT12 one, I don't usually go from this over this. I'm usually typically just going to use this to warp into the Gallantmon and go from there. But naturally, depending on the situation, maybe I'll do both. Hard to say. Maybe I'd use both, but it's hard to say. It just kind of depends on the situation. But yeah, the advantage of it, easy Digivolving, pretty decent inheritable with an extra security check, which naturally makes it very easy when you're going for that hard swing for game. And also the pretty solid deletion if you've got the War Gallantmon or an X antibody in its sources. So that's it for my ultimates. Now for the level 6 mega levels. So I'm playing one BT13 Gallantmon. This is naturally the one that gets rush, and you reduce its play cost equal to the trash. Kind of not really much else to say after that. That's kind of the 2 main points of why you play it. 2 copies of the BT17 Gallantmon. So this is the one that can get blocker, which can be useful. But I think the main thing I like about it is just the just the your turn protection when you've got 0 or less memory. It's unaffected by your opponent's Digimon effects. So if you're it's unaffected by your opponent's effects. So you can so it's like you could with it you can just like safely swing without having to worry about anything. And now with the newer stuff, after you're done with that, go to the new Gallantmon, which naturally has its ability to unsuspend, so that's pretty nice. And speaking of the new Gallantmon, so the Gallantmon X lines I'm running, two of the EX antibody from EX8, and as I said, guys, and as I said in the beginning of the profile, guys, my friend is going to sort me out with the third one. He's just currently away on holiday, so until such point, I'm currently rocking with the BT9. I get that the BT9 one's not as great, but it's still the closest I can do to being able to play it as if I've got 3 of them, so I can just like get used to how the deck's supposed to be playing. But when I saw the triple color of the new Gallant X, I was like, this looks amazing. So brilliant. So I like that most of it. So the thing I like most of it is that its abilities are both like when digivolving and based around attacking. So when digivolving, naturally the when digivolving when attacking, if Gallantmon or X antibody is under it. So giving itself a 4K DP buff and your opponent's Digimon a 4K DP reduction. So the DP reduction is quite nice. So that's a pretty useful thing that we've now got into the deck. And I definitely know from playing against blue in the past, DP reduction is very annoying. So kind of nice that we're the ones who are going to be doing it now. And naturally the when digivolving end of attack, the second effect is probably one I like most of the when digivolving end of attack. Delete something with 10. So I'm deleting something with 10k or less. Sorry, I can't really read upside. So yeah, delete something with 10k or less. Naturally, if you've got things in there, you can up the deletion. If you've got like inheritables that up your deletion range, that ups that. If you don't delete, you can trash the top of your opponent's security, and then it unsuspends. And all turns effect sell to the BT17 while you've got 0 or less memory. It's not affected by your opponent's Digimon's effects. The annoying part I find with this is that it says Digimon effects, not opponent's effects. Why did they reduce what is protecting Gallantmon X as opposed to what we had with this one? Why do that? What? No. And then last Digimon in the deck, my level 7s, two Crimson Mode Ace. So naturally, Crimson Mode Ace is just a great game. Crimson Mode Ace is just a great game ender when it's a massive amount of the trash. Crimson Mode's always been like really good, but it's just got that such heavy payload. Like usually the high memory cost of playing it is bad, but naturally we've got the Blitz Staccato, so we don't really care. So just great in the late game of being like, cool. So pretty decent in the late game of like, okay, cool, count up the nut and trash. Once you know you're at that level in trash, you just go, cool, drop Crimson Mode, so drop Crimson Mode, Blitz, swing, trash the rest of your security and swing per game. And also now, naturally, because it's an ace, we've got that nice little defense as well that we can do it as a we could just do it as a blasting counter to an attack, and then naturally it's on when digivolving, delete up to 15k's DP worth of stuff. So that's it for Digimon. Moving into my tamers. So got 4 EX2 Blitz Staccato. So naturally, Blitz is the Blitz is the main reason that the deck works well, and why there's so much stuff, which is like when you've got 0 or less memory, do this, because naturally the deck knows you want to have that 0 or less memory, so you can gain these bonus effects. Blitz, just can swing anyway. And also just the nice benefit of it as well, on top of the blitz, deleting something, suspend the Takato to gain back memory, so allow you to just keep it, which is like useful to just keep building, so you can be like, okay, so this put me to like 0 or -0, or my opponent's at 1 in memory. Do my blitz, cool, I delete some stuff, suspend a couple of Takatos to gain memory so that I'm back into position that I can do stuff. Go into an X, still put myself on 0, good to go, and I'm good to go. And 2 copies of my BT7, 2 copies of the BT17 Takato, which gives you a memory at the start of your memory at the start of your main phase if you have a Digimon with Gil, Growl, or Gallant in its name. And then it's also got the end of turn warp, and it's also got the end of turn warp option if you feel like it, which isn't so bad. Going into my last part of the deck, my options. So playing two copies of X Antibody from BT9. So inheritable on this one is so my opponent's stuff can't trash the X Antibody in the source, and also when you attack with something, it can digivolve into something which has the X Antibody trait. So pretty useful. A lot of the guys in my locals are playing the Protoform one, which I've read it through. I do agree it's better, but by default that one's also a lot more expensive. So for the moment, I just chose an X Antibody that was within my budget. But I think I've seen like that Protoform is going to get reprinted soon, which might drop the value, so maybe I'll upgrade at some point later, but for now, this one's going to work. Next to my options, 4 offense trainings, just as a way to like dig for specific cards I need, because naturally my deck is red, so this just grabs pretty much everything. And also just the additional bonus that trash it to reduce the Digivolution cost by 2 could be pretty useful. Sorry, I forgot. These are 2 different artworks, so they're kind of 2 copies of Red Memory Boost. Again, just similar to offense training, like a way to dig for stuff, and then naturally the secondary delay effect, trashing it to get back some memory if you're in that position that you need to. And then last card in the deck, playing 1 copy of Red Scramble. I'm finding this is just useful if say there's a specific Gallantmon that was in my security and is now in my trash, and I just need it for right now. I could just be like, okay, well I've got the Red Scramble. I could go Red Scramble, put it back. I could go Red Scramble, put it back to the top of my deck, and then the delay effect returns it. Delay effect, I could play out any of my Gallantmon, which will just let me add that card straight to my hand. Okay, so that's the profile, guys. I hope you all enjoyed it. Leave a comment down below of what you thought about it, and also any thoughts of what you think I could maybe consider into this deck. Because like I do understand what my deck's supposed to do, because I've played a lot of Gallantmon, but naturally I don't play it like as frequently or competitively as some of my friends, so I am kind of like sometimes feel I'm falling a bit behind. But if anyone has like any suggestions of things I could try, naturally just leave a comment down below. I'll take a look at it and think about it. But thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.